Tonight or what?
Yeah, we are gonna party.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hey, we gonna party tonight or what?
Yeah, we are gonna party.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hey, Lashy Kids and Driving Mutants. Sorry for the delay. I had to go get heat up something to eat because I just made it back in time. Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me? That's first of all, I should say. I just made it back from downtown Orlando. Had to take a few shortcuts to get home. But anyways, let me see what's going on in the chat. We're going to the movies and to the park to play a little ball till it's dark. That's what being young is all about. Man, COUNT, me out. But what about us? We're your friends. We want to COUNT me in. No, not tonight. Where are you going then? Tonight I'm gonna be with my girlfriend. I have no idea what song that is from, Tony Man. So you're gonna have to tell me what the heck song that's from because I don't remember. Yeah, I had to. Well, I should explain right now why it took me so long. I tried to leave from downtown at about 5:15 to try to get here in time, and I was starving, so I had to stop in the kitchen to get some shells and meat sauce and some sausage there. I had to top it off with a little bit of um, salt, pepper. I put a little bit of oregano and Parmesan cheese. And I don't usually eat on the stream because I hate the sound of chewing. It's a idiosyncrasy I have, but I am so hungry. I have to be a little bit more informal and actually eat on the stream. But without further ado, let's get into these movies because I watched hella movies in October. Let's add this to stage. Here we go. And why was I downtown, you ask? Unfortunately, my grandmother took a little spill and she fractured her hip. She has already had hip replacement surgery this past Sunday. The next day after surgery, she was standing and she's doing really, really well. But I have to go down and see her every day to make sure she doesn't get too, you know, bored and, you know how it is to be in a hospital. I don't know if you've ever been in a hospital before. It sucks to be in a hospital and not have people come to see you. So we were hanging out with her. We watched People's Court with her, and also Dr. Phil is still on television. Can you believe it? He had this lady on that her family said she's a liar because she wrote a book about the family, but half the things that happened in the book apparently they're saying didn't happen. So that happened today. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, you said the sound is loud, it's clear. Oh my God, your card is revoked. It's new edition. Count me out. Oh, I thought it was a rap song. I was supposed to sing that. I don't know the words to Count Me Out. That was not one of my favorite new edition songs. Now, if you had put Mr. Telephone Man or uh, Candy Girl, I would have known those. If you put Can You Stand the Rain, I would have known that. PhD Phil, yes, because he did lose his license to practice medicine. In case you don't know that, Dr. Phil lost his license to practice medicine. So let's get into these movies, rating these movies. I went back and watched the original Salem's Lot because I'd never seen it in full. I had only seen parts of Salem's Lot. So watching it, you know, in full was very interesting. You guys are not gonna probably not gonna like this. Actually, let me go I think I should play the trailer for this. Let me see if I can pull that up for the original Salem's Lot. You know what? Let's go instead of IMDb. Let me go to YouTube because then I can change the speed on it. What year was it? 76? Salem's Lot. I think it's 1976. Where's this trailer? Here we go. Looks like this is the first one. Let me know if you can't hear it. Oh, speed. Hold up. We need to change the speed on this one, buddy. It's already a slow movie. See, before I start talking junk, it's already a slow movie. The trailer's probably going to be slow too. Let's bump it up to 1.25. Oh, it's 79? You're right, you're right, you're right. Why did I think it was 76?
Ben Mears has been away too long. And now at last, he's come home.
I'm in Product Valley Forge.
Daddy, come back safe.
Home to the childhood memories, to the old familiar faces, to a life unmolested by time.
And with your saints, let him rejoice in your presence forever. We ask it through Christ our Lord, amen.
Home to Salem's Lot, a town too good to be true.
What was that?
Did you happen to notice the time when the boys left?
We shouldn't have gone through the woods. It's a shortcut.
They should have been here half an hour ago.
Wait, Daddy, wait!
Something is happening. Something terrible.
Henry! Where's Ralphie?
Where's your brother?
Once the kid disappears, then this. You're not leaving Salem's Lot, are you?
I'm not leaving. Don't you understand what's happening?
You?
Yes, I do. It's in the Marston house. Good evening. I dreamed. You slept there all night? Yeah. A little tired. Didn't sleep much last night. I was dreaming. Somebody out there.
Sweet dreams.
I let him in.
I was only on to
That
town.
is the only
Since I came here.
scene.
It wasn't a dream. Stop, holy man! You can do nothing against the master.
They're breeding on one another. The vampires are creating vampires.
The master wants you.
It's a geometric progression. 2 times 2 times 4 times 8. There's a dead man upstairs.
Bill! Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Look at me. That Devin's body has disappeared from the morgue.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Bill!
Hey, Paul Josh. I think it's because it was a TV movie. I think it was unexpectedly scary for that time period being a TV movie. Hey, Sidewinder.
Stephen King, the best-selling author of Carrie and The
What
Shining,
character was
takes
David
you on a
Bowie?
startling journey to Salem's Lot.
I'll turn down the audio. Sorry about that. I turned down the audio. Might not like what I have to say. Salem's Lot. I think it's super overrated. Maybe it's just I don't have the nostalgia goggles for it because I didn't see it when it came out. Because I still would have been kind of old enough to watch it. I would have been, depending on what time of year, 3 to 4 years old. But still, I there's other movies that came out when I was 3 or 4. There's movies that came out before I was born that I love, absolutely adore, like Psycho. I love that movie. But Salem's Lot, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Like I just really feel like it's overrated. Let me see what I want, how many stars I want to give this on Letterbox. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I know y'all, yeah. I mean, there's purists that I'm sure are gonna love that or have loved Salem's Lot, I just think it's so overrated. And it's a disappointing thing because it's directed by Toby Hooper, so I thought it was going to be like a lot better than was. But then again, it was a TV movie. But that's no excuse either because I love Gargoyles, and Gargoyles came out around the same time, and it's a TV movie, and it is amazing. I love. Have y'all seen? I'm gonna play you the trailer for Gargoyles. This scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I always thought that it was a movie from the 80s, but apparently they replayed it in the 80s, and it originally came out in the 70s. I guess it originally came out in 1972. I didn't know that. I saw it on television when I was a kid, but apparently that was a replay. Now this is what I like in a TV movie. I know I'm getting off topic almost.
The devil was once the most favored of the host of angels serving the Lord, but pride welled in his breast. He thought it unseemly for him to serve. The devil and his band of followers, who likewise suffered the sin of pride, were defeated in battle by the Lord and his host, and were banished to the outermost depths of hell, never to know the presence of the Lord or look on heaven again.
I think it does. I've watched
Smarting with his wounds, but all the more swollen with pride, the devil cried out from the depths, "It is better to rule in hell than serve in heaven." The devil proclaimed what was lost in heaven would be gained on earth. He said, "My offspring, the gargoyles, will one day rule the Lord's works, earth and man." And so it came to pass that while man ruled on earth, the gargoyles waited, lurking, hidden from the light. Reborn every 600 years in man's reckoning of time, the gargoyles joined battle against man to gain dominion over the earth. In each coming, the gargoyles were nearly destroyed by men who flourished in greater numbers. Now it has been so many hundreds of years that it seems the ancient statues and paintings of gargoyles are just products of man's imagination. In this year, with man's thoughts turned toward the many ills he has brought upon himself, man has forgotten his most ancient adversary, the gargoyles.
That's Bernie Casey right there. If you don't recognize him outside of makeup, he's also in like a bunch of nerds. Black and not Black and High. Dr. Black and Mr. High. Bernie Casey is a great actor. Yeah, that's the crap on your mouth's face. You know what really, really frightened me when I saw Gargoyles? There was a scene where the people had gotten away from the gargoyles, and they were in a car, and a gargoyle landed. You know, I'm a little kid. I'm thinking, oh, they're safe. They're in the car. The gargoyle landed on top of the car, and I must have freaked out. I was like, I thought they were getting away. That really, really bugged me. Okay, let's see what's next on my list of movies that I watched. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me add something. Can I add a slide? Let's see if it'll let me add a slide. No, for some reason it won't let me. Okay, well, I don't want to toggle back and forth, so I'm going to leave up the YouTube. The next one I watched was Return to Salem's Lot, which is the sequel to Salem's Lot. I'm not sure what year that came out. I want to say it was the 80s. I actually enjoyed it somewhat more than the original Salem's Lot. This one has a much shorter trailer. It's from 1987. Let's get that.
This town is dead until after dark.
Welcome to Salem's Lot.
Stephen King brought them to life.
Vampires.
Now,
What are you doing here?
they rise from their graves again.
Dad! You're
son back! Vampires! As only Stephen King could create them. A Return to Salem's Lot, directed by Larry
nailed
Cohen.
I think I like this one more because of, let me see if they show him. This actor right here. He is like an all-star to me because of Hugh the Winged Serpent. What else was he in? I think he played the father on Troll. He was in The Stuff. He's just an 80s horror guy. But let's see what do we want to rate Return to Salem's Lot. I'm gonna give it, because I enjoyed it more than the first Salem's Lot, and I gave that one 2 stars. I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. Michael Moriarty, thank you. I never remember his name. Thank you, Sidewinder. Michael Moriarty. What was the next one I watched? Probably another Salem's Lot, because I watched like 4 Salem's Lot movies in October. There we go. Hit back too many times. Now I gotta go back to the list. That's October. Yeah, I watched the Salem's Lot remake with Rob Lowe. I don't even know if you guys even know that existed. I think it's from 2004. Yeah. This one I thought was gonna suck, but it actually was not that bad.
I used to think nothing happened here. The truth is, everything happens here.
A dark secret.
When do we meet your partner?
In his own good time.
Awakened by a mysterious stranger.
I saw a plastic bag in the back seat. Was it little boy sized? It was head sized.
This June.
I know your name!
What about the house? It scares me even to this day.
An old friend is coming home.
Life is such a precious gift. I don't know how to stop it.
Based on Stephen King's best-selling novel.
Let me in, Danny.
What's happening to this town?
Rob Lowe, Andre Brower, Rutger Hauer, and Donald Sutherland. Salem's Lot. Don't miss 2 nights of suspense. Beginning Sunday, June 20th at 8.
I happen to like it here.
Only on TNT.
It was not bad. It was absolutely not bad.
Life is such a...
Rutger Hauer played the vampire. And from what I found out, because I did not read Salem's Lot. I didn't read the book Salem's Lot. So I have to approach it just from the point of view of just a film watcher. But I did read that in the book Salem's Lot, Rutger Hauer looked closer to what the vampire looked like. He looked more like a human being with, the vampire teeth. Whereas the 1979 Salem's Lot went with more of a Nosferatu type look for the vampire. Very classy, yes. Even the editing was very 2000 style, Paul. The editing was very much, even though it's, I think, no, I don't even want to say 2000. I want to say the 90s. When did Saw and like 7 and 8 millimeter, those movies come out? Were they late 90s or early 2000s? It was that style of editing in this movie. Hey, Professor Mogahabro. And then what am I going to rate this Salem's Lot? This one I felt was easier to watch than the first Salem's Lot, believe it or not. I'm probably going to also give it 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars for that. And then finally, I did watch the Salem's Lot 2024 from HBO. Hey, Scottish Geek Guy. How are you? This is the 2024 one.
I've always written stories about things that are so terrible. You'll run away until your brain won't remember.
So when did you come back?
I'm here for research.
What exactly, though, are you researching?
I can see you lying back in your satin dress.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary in the lot recently?
Don't confess. Sundown, you're back.
There are some folks who've had some kind of unusual experiences. They used to tell us stories about this place.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into here.
I agree.
Katie, where are you?
Answer me.
The pacing, I have to agree with Professor Macabro. The pacing was almost too fast, which is odd for me to say because I love a fast-paced movie. But it seemed like they rushed through a few things, and I think this probably would have benefited from just being a longer. Another thing I rarely ever say, this would have benefited from being a longer film, like maybe a 2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hour film. What I did like about it was the little boy character. Like he really was like the heart of the movie. I think he did a fabulous job.
This is not a disease you can catch.
Him, the little boy with the glasses.
If we don't fight back, they'll come for us eventually.
Things have gone bad in the lot now.
I like what they did with the lighting. I believe this was in 4K. If I'm not mistaken. I know what I should say about it. Come to think about it, I think if you've never seen a Salem's Lot movie, you probably would really enjoy this because if you don't know what the story elements are, then you probably would really dig this movie because it is more enjoyable of a watch. It's a really fun vampire movie. Alexa, stop. Lost my train of thought because she started telling me the weather. If you never saw Salem's Lot or you didn't know the story, you would very much enjoy this Salem's Lot. But if you know a lot of story elements, you're going to be looking for them. You're going to be like, hey, what happened to, the relationship between these two people? What happened to that? And it's going to be in the back of your mind while you're watching this. So two different experiences. If you've never seen a Salem's Lot before, you probably really enjoy this if you like vampire movies. And if you really liked, what's the little girl's name? Abigail. It has that type of action. It's very bloody. The set pieces look gorgeous, but the storytelling is truncated. It's very short. It's very abbreviated almost. Like I can't think of another word for shortened, abbreviated. I feel like there's another word there, but like the storytelling is not as big as the set pieces. The action, it's more of an action horror than just horror, but it was still a lot of fun. It was a fun watch. Let me see. What am I rate this? Salem's Lot 2024. It's about the same as the other Salem's Lot, 2.5 stars. I'm not giving none of these Salem's Lots have surpassed 2.5 stars for me. Not the original, not the remake, not the sequel, and not the second remake. Like they're just all kind of just above mid. Paul Draw says, I guess New Salem Lot is my cup of tea. Yeah. Werewolves over vampire. Yes, I agree. I enjoy werewolf movies over vampire movies. But that's just because vampires, I think, got oversaturated. Too many people try to make vampire movies, and I think they got really oversaturated. Now we're going to get into some really bad movies. I watched Lesbian Vampire Killers, which I did that for a Voyage to the Bottom. episode with you check. It's on my community page. It was awful. I'm going to show you this if there's a trailer here. Yeah, here's a trailer. It was awful. I mean, that's all I can say. It's really, really bad. But there was a lot of boobs in it, so there's that. If you like, a lot of boobs,
I got
had
a plan.
that.
Does it involve girls? Let's
Oh, and it had that guy.
hiking.
It's one of the most depressingly shitty ideas for a holiday I've ever heard in my life, ever.
Country air. Nothing like it.
Smells like normal air with cow shit in it. What are the chances? These girls are all going to the exact same cottage that we are. I love hiking. What was that?
Vampires.
Vampires? Vampires?
Lesbian vampires.
Nice one. Lesbian vampires.
Oh, it's not too late to save your friends, this village, the entire world.
Pose. Oh, yeah. You have to find Judy. You like Judy, don't you?
I like it.
You clown rappers fancy a piece of me then, do you? Bollocks. Let's fucking have it.
Stand back. Right.
That's what
that thing is rock solid.
Next time you'll have me bummed by a big gay werewolf, I swear.
Paul Joe says, me too. Always werewolf person, then vampires, even duo. I want to turn into a were-lizard. Mr. Dan says, hello, everyone. I'll stick with vampire lover for lesbian vampires. Yeah. Let me go on ahead and give this like half a star because it was really bad. Yep, that's done. Now after that, I watched Call Girl of Cthulhu, which was slightly better. Okay, this is official trailer. Yeah, you might like it if you want to see a bunch of you.
I've read your book. Human sacrifices, alien gods, hookers giving birth to mutant babies.
I'm telling the truth. I'm looking for a specific girl, Mr. Avon. Girl with a birthmark.
For the gore already.
Cthulhu.
She's a hooker, isn't she?
I don't buy it.
This one also had a lot of boobs,
Unless
but it
you're
was
into
more
that
thin.
stuff.
I just hope for your sake she doesn't have any STDs.
It doesn't matter what she does for money. There's something special about her. I want her so bad it hurts.
It's gonna get real messy.
Soon Cthulhu will awaken, and the great old ones will follow, rising from their deep slumber.
I'm not crazy!
The cosmos has summoned you.
Yeah, Cthulhu.
You must answer the call.
Down. Oh, it's gross. Pause. Professor Macabre says, I saw Call Girl on Tubi a while back. I dug it. That's where I watched it. It's still on Tubi. Hey, Marty, how you doing? What am I watching? My eyes are burning. These are the type of things that I like. I like gore. I like tentacles. I like weird stuff. The research never ends. Yep. Let me rate that one. I'm also going to give it 2.5 stars because not necessarily a good movie, but it was an entertaining movie. Then I watched Return to Horror High. which I used to get confused with Slaughter High, but totally different movie. I saw this back in the day when it first came on VHS. That was my first time rewatching it. Because it was on Tubi.
In 1982, Crippen High School was the scene of a series of brutal, savage murders. The homicidal maniac who committed the crimes was never captured. Now he's about to return.
Gather to the left! Gather to the right! Stand up! Sit down! Right!
Return to Horror High. Return to Horror High. It's a scream.
That didn't show a whole lot, but it was a pretty cool movie. My dolls are falling over on me. That was Chucky, and they're also falling over because I had this Candyman doll. I'll show you. I had this doll sitting on top of the Chucky doll, and he kind of fell over. Thought he was pretty cool. That's Candyman. I got him, maybe, did I get him for Christmas or my birthday? I think I got him for my birthday. Somebody gave this to me for my birthday. It's really cool. You look close. He even comes with the chest with the bees. You see the bee chest there, and then I think it comes with two different heads too. Yep, got one with the closed mouth and one with the open mouth with the bees in it. It's a really cool figure. But that's what just fell over on me because I had him sitting on top of. If I angle the camera down, you could see over here. That's where Chucky and Annabelle are. I think next week maybe I'll do a live stream just about the horror memorabilia I have. George Clooney, yes, George Clooney was in this, and Maury McCormick, Marsha Brady from Brady Bunch are in Return to Horror High School. You know, I was thinking about doing a double feature review of Return to Horror High School and Cutting Class, because Cutting Class has Brad Pitt in it, and this has George Clooney in it. So I thought that would be a kind of a fun double feature. Professor Macabre says, I've seen a 2020 Horror High on Tubi, but haven't checked it out. Wonder if it's a remake. Oh, interesting. I should look for that. It will clear up the mystery. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can remember to look that up. There we go. Oh, is it rare? Oh, wow. I didn't know it was rare. That's really, really cool. Thanks. Return to Horror High. I thought the kills were kind of lackluster. They showed them. They weren't cutaways, but it was nothing memorable. So I'm going to give it 2 stars. Because there's way better slasher films to watch than Return to Horror High. Now, this one I've been wanting to talk about because I was pleasantly surprised. I actually thought that this next film was going to suck, but it actually ended up being pretty entertaining. And it's called Azrael. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize I wasn't sharing the screen. I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here looking and I'm like, what? There we go. Let me rewind. I'm so sorry about that. And that is Samara Weaving. I almost started to say Margot Robbie. That's Samara Weaving. Let me play that last part again because I did a pop-up in front of it. Sorry. That was a pretty cool movie. More action than, well, equal amount of action as it is horror. It's very much cat and mouse type of thing, but she's having to deal with religious zealots as well as creatures. I like that they didn't fully show the creatures in the trailer. Also, what's the word I'm looking for? Unexpectedly gory. Because by going by this trailer, you wouldn't know that this is a very gory film, but it turns out to be pretty gory. And I enjoyed that part too. I don't know whether I would rewatch this a lot because of one of the things that is very interesting. There's only a couple lines of dialogue in the whole movie, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world because there was a movie, I think it's No One Will Save You, where the lady's in the house with the alien invasion. There was no dialogue in that movie except for maybe 2 or 3 lines, and I really, really enjoyed that. So I don't think that's what it was with this. I think it was maybe the runtime on this. I probably would have taken 20 minutes out because I don't think it needed to be as long as it was. I think a tighter runtime would have really made this bang. So he says, "Yeah, I remember this. It was middle of the road. Didn't like it, but didn't hate it either. It's just there." Have Cheetah Will View says, "Did someone mention IFC?" Well, yes, Azrael is an IFC film. Which, by the way, I will be on Have Cheetah Will View at 8 p.m. tonight. So I got to kind of power through. So I might have to do a part 2 of this. If I don't finish by around 7:30, I might have to do a part 2, and I'll just continue on Monday. You're welcome. Every great quality figure is always expensive to me, and Lego minifigures too. Yes, they are. That's why, like this one, I'm probably thinking of whoever got this for me for my birthday. I can't remember whether it was my sister or what. I can't remember whether it was my sister, my mother, or my husband got me this for my birthday. I can't remember who got it for me. But when I see figures like that, they're minimum $30, if not more. So I knew it was pretty expensive. That's why I haven't opened it yet. You notice most of my stuff here is still in the boxes. I don't open it. Even this that someone made. My husband got me this one that was made by someone on Etsy, and I still have never opened it. But I just think it's so cool because I always wanted that jewel from Wishmaster. All right, let me see what we're going to rate Azrael. I'm probably going to rate it a little bit higher, even though I don't think it's super rewatchable. I thought because of how original the story is, at least to me, I'm going to give it 3 stars. I know I'm a tough customer. I don't give a lot of things over 3 stars. I know it. Tony says you're going to miss Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Well, according to Have Cheetah Will View, the undercard is supposed to fight first at 8 o'clock. And the main fight is not supposed to happen at 9 p.m. So hopefully that's what happens. I might still put it on the television in the background just in case. Thank you for reminding me. So my sister that gave me the Candyman. Thank you. I just could not remember. I'm terrible like that. You would think I could remember things like that, but I can't. The next movie I caught was called Beazle. And this one, I think, suffers from having a bad poster. Because the poster for Beazle, it looks really corny. Even the main picture, like when you go to the trailer, when you see the picture, it just kind of looks corny. But it was way better than I thought it was going to be. So it says, don't forget to read your stones or cards. Full moon tonight. Just showed it on the news, and I thought it was the sun. Yes, I'm definitely going to do some card reading tonight, and probably read some rune stones too, because I think it might be a super moon as well. Hey, Keisha, I'm glad you were able to stop by. Let's take a look at this. I remember, you know what? Let me go back to the other one, because I know why I did that. If you notice, I only watched half of the trailer. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm only going to play half of the trailer because I feel like it might spoil too much. So I'm going to do the same thing when I play it for you guys. Stop it before it finishes. Thank you, Beaver Moon.
Thank you.
Pause. Did not restart from the beginning. There we go. Now this house is a whole character of itself in the movie. Like the house, it's a kind of odd house. It's possible that it was like a smaller house and they added on to it. It kind of, the oddness of it kind of reminds me of the house in Bad Ben. If you've ever seen, is it called Bad Ben? Yeah, Bad Ben, where there was additions made to the house and it just not by an architect, so it's a little odd. But the house is definitely a character.
Hello, my name is Harold J. Weems. I have been hiding something all of these years. I know exactly who's responsible for the death of my wife. But now, with the help of a documentarian, Apollo, we are about to set the record straight. Let's get started. You're rolling, yes? We have a good rhythm. Come on, stay with me.
The other thing that's really cool about this, I had to keep pausing it, but I want to show you. It uses multiple mediums in telling the story because it takes place over the years in the same house. So the mediums used are VHS, camera phone. There's a tape recorder that plays into this, and I want to say it's Super 8, but it might be 16 millimeter film as well. But it's just all these different formats that you're watching these stories in. It almost plays like an anthology because there's different stories, but they all are within this same house at different time periods within this house. It's really, really cool. I just feel like the poster artwork, when you see it on like whatever platform, you might skip because it looks corny, but it actually looks pretty good.
This is where I found her. I'm sorry, Apollo. You never stood a chance.
Why are you doing this, man?
I've made a lot of sacrifices in my life, and I was chosen by her.
I can already taste you.
And that's where I'm going to stop the trailer so that you guys don't get too spoiled. I'm just going to say, check out Beazle. This one I am going to give 3.5 stars. I've been giving everything 2.5 stars. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. And just the format of it, it's just amazing. Well, maybe amazing might be hyperbole, but for a low budget production, I thought it was really, really good. Okay, what did I watch next? No Volties. Let me see if there's a trailer with subtitles. English subs. This one's also on Tubi.
Allora,
¿Por qué no volteabas? Me da gusto verte.
Quita a mi papá de todas las fotos, que su demencia se está poniendo peor.
Hola, ma. Mi hijita.
Es triste ver la casa así, ¿no?
Sí, desde que se murió mi papá nadie le ha hecho nada. Se murió hace 24 años.
¿No piensas servirle a tu papá?
¿Cómo era mi papá? Yo no me acuerdo de casi nada.
Todo lo que hacía era por ustedes.
No, sí sentí algo. No nos quede aquí.
Solamente supe con mi papá.
Cuando lo sientas, no te asustes. Eso sí, no voltees. Ya sabes que nunca le gustó.
Also, Tubi, no voltes means don't look back or don't turn around. So that's a very, very interesting title. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Mexican horror movie. I'm not 100% sure. Or is it from Spain? No, let me go look it up. Let me look it up to be sure. It is Mexican. So I was right. What do I want to get in the Voltes? Would I rewatch it? Probably not. I don't think it was, it was just okay. It was very PG-13 horror, very, I would say it's good for like entry horror or whatever you call it for like kids, middle school kids. I feel like it's that level of horror. Beginning my first horror movie. I'm going to do 2 stars because it kind of dragged on. What was the runtime on it, out of curiosity? Let me see. It felt really long. It was only 94 minutes. It felt like 2.5 hours. Yeah, it kind of dragged. Maybe it was expanded from a short story. Because that can happen when things are expanded from a short story. The next one, you're gonna get. This is gonna be a very Tubi heavy stream because the next movie was also on Tubi. I actually think Goosebumps is creepier. I think Goosebumps is creepier than Novelty. It had its moments, but it really wasn't that creepy to me. Now this joint right here, I knew it was bad going in. It wasn't my pick. It was my sister's pick to watch this, and I watched it with her. But it's another, I think it's a Tubi original, as opposed to like movies that are just on Tubi.
Hey, look, that's what this is all about, man. The great outdoors.
No, it wasn't a Tubi original.
I figured we talk about tomorrow. Go for a hike or something like that. We gotta go, man. Hey, come on. We gotta go. Jesse!
There's a reason why you shouldn't come around this way.
So my son is missing.
In 1975, the cult of Baal was formed. A poor, sick teenager named Damon developed supernatural powers, as well as an insatiable sadistic thirst, pain, and bloodshed. They left the bodies strung up on display. The locals called him the Hangman. And after 50 years of waiting, these are tapped. You have to find your son.
Where are you going?
Hell, baby. Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah, this movie was ass. The only thing that was good about it was this character here. His reactions to things were very, very funny. It was written as though like this is something a person would really say. Like I thought that was strong in it, but the rest of it was terrible. It was really bad. But I like this actor. Whatever his name is, I, I hope he gets more roles because he has a lot of charisma. But yeah, between 1 star, 1.5 star, 1 star on that one. I'll give 1 star for that one. What else did I? Oh, this one I really liked. This was on Shudder. I would still check it out. I mean, it's on Tubi. It's free to watch. It's just not one of those. It's just okay. Not even okay. It's not even mid. It's like below mid. But if you want a good laugh, definitely watch it. I love the recent movies made by and starring black artists. Yes, I think that's what made him stand out in the role is because he was saying things like he was saying things a black father would say. It was very culturally specific. That's what I liked about his performance. A lot of times with movies, when they do colorblind casting, they still have the family speak as though they were a like Midwestern white family, and we have like different cultures in America, not even just black culture, but just within the United States. One of the things, this is a tangent, but one of the things I really liked about the Golden Girls is that they show their different respective cultures. Like Branch Devereaux was from Georgia, and she was a Southern belle, and that was her culture. Dorothy and why am I blanking? I keep wanting to call her Maud. She's not. God, I'm trying to think of the mother's names. Dorothy Spornak and Sophia. They were from Brooklyn, and they had very much, and also they were of Sicilian American background. So there were Sicilians from Brooklyn. That was their culture. Rose Nyland was a Midwestern woman that had Scandinavian heritage. You saw three different cultures, all part of American culture, but still different from each other. And I thought that was really cool. And I think that should also happen when it comes to people of color when we are cast in movies, that our culture is still there. Shoot, they even, I feel like they took away culture from even white families. They're just very much generic, quote unquote, white families, and that it doesn't feel like there's a heart there if you don't put more into it. Like America has so many cultures that you can draw from. It doesn't make, maybe they think they're being more relatable by not including one culture, but instead of being more relatable, you're being less relatable. Sorry for that tangent. I just started stream of consciousness. I love that Isaac Hayes, the third platform fan made. Wait and see if it's interesting for new movie makers. I haven't heard of that one. Are you? Is the third platform? Does that have anything to do with the platform movies that were on Netflix? Because I haven't heard about this yet. Yep, true. That Golden Girls was wonderful. I want to see a horror film with a Southern culture. Yeah, like we had so few. The most Southern culture horror movies we've had, basically, Angel Heart and oh gosh, what was the movie where the girl went to the old house to take care of the old man? I never remember the name of that movie. It was Goldie Hawn's daughter. She went to take care of the old man in Louisiana. Why can I never remember the name of that movie? And I reviewed that movie. I really loved that movie, but I can never. Skeleton Key. I don't know why I can never remember the title Skeleton Key. It's really a good movie too. Thank you. Yeah, I want to see more Southern, especially just the houses alone down here. I'm in Florida, but down in the South, we have some creepy ass houses in the South, and I feel like there's so much that can be done with those. There was another thriller movie with Eric Stoltz. It was called Sister Sister. that also took place in the South. Like, do more of that. When just on Wednesday night we were discussing Candyman. Chicago was a central role, and specifically Cabrini Green projects were so central to the Candyman movie. I mean, do stuff like that. Like, if you go back and look at what I call the New York horrors, I love New York horrors like Basket Case, Frankenhooker, which takes place I think between Long Island and also in New York City proper. Um, what else? Driller Killer, Maniac, very very New York, like specifically New York. And the Scream movies, they are, I think, they're meant to be more Midwestern, but they ended up kind of Californian in part 3 and 4 felt very California. I don't know why. I could be mistaken, but they just felt very California. That's why I like 70s movies. They always felt so authentic as far as local culture goes. Yes, I very much agree. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, very Texas. Let's do that again. We have 50 states that we have not done 50 horror movies for in each state. There's so much that can be done with our 50 states. Axum was from the South. Yes, and Axum also highlighted the black colleges. There was like a whole scene in the beginning with the day parties and the fraternity dancing, and it was very black college on the northeast side. I want to say it felt kind of Georgia, but I could be mistaken. Could have been as far as Virginia, but it felt southeast. Technically, Jeepers Creepers films take place in Florida, but they don't feel very Florida. Florida Monster was the only one which is punk frogs. I don't know. The East Texas culture is so crazy from the history of rural Black, Hispanic, and white communities. Yes, I could see it happening. You know what I was looking for? I have not found very many like Dia de Muertos horror movies or movies that take place around that time. One of the Candyman movies, I want to say was the third one, takes place around that time, but there isn't any movies that like really are like part of that. I thought that would be kind of a cool concept. Isaac Hayes III, he is Isaac's son. That new platform is a response to X. I think it would be great for artists, maybe films. Oh, you're talking about like a social media platform? Oh, I'm getting there. Blood Marsh Crackoon is very new. I'm getting to the Blood Marsh Crackoon. Let me hurry up. I'm getting sidetracked. Let me hurry up. I was going to talk about VHS Beyond, and I got sidetracked talking about American cultures, plural, because we have so many multiple cultures within America. That's really cool.
Everything that we thought we knew is called into question.
Really good.
Maybe we're not alone. Maybe our company does not wish us
well. I really enjoyed.
Biggest discovery in human history.
These tapes have to be considered the holy grail.
There's a devil movie.
We all want to put an end to this. Tonight we get our chance.
Just keep filming.
Well, technically, the Bad Ben series might count as a Jersey Devil series of movies. If you guys haven't, I should do a watch along one day of Bad Ben. Justin Long directed one of these. The one with the dog. With the gore was on. That's what I was saying. This is, and not just for that one segment. For like at least 3 out of the 4 segments were very gory, and I enjoyed that a lot. I mean, if you know me. Bad Ben, yeah, know what? Let me see if I can pull up a trailer for Bad Ben real quick. What's super interesting about Bad Ben is it's very, very independent, like so independent. It's like literally one guy, and he's his own writer, director, filmographer, producer, all of that. He did it all in his parents' house, which he He actually had his parents' house fitted with a lot of cameras because I think his parents were elderly. So he had all these cameras put in their house to make sure he can check in on them, to make sure no one's fallen or anything like that. So he used the security cameras to make a lot of this movie. Nigel Bach is his name.
There it is. Not bad for a sheriff's sale, huh?
And I believe it takes place in New Jersey.
Why would they take their personal belongings with them? Stop it. Are you here right now? Not your home. Well, I got news for you. It is my home.
That's when the demon was beating his ass.
No.
Yeah, I watched it on Foster. My uncle told me about it. He just came in the house and he was just like, "Hey, this guy thought that he bought a house in this at a auction and he was gonna flip it, but the demon kicked his ass." And I was just like, "What movie is my uncle talking about?" And he had started watching it, I guess, after the title sequence, so he couldn't tell me what the name was. But I was able to find it, and it's Bad Ben. And by the way, there are 9 sequels to Bad Ben. So if you can find Bad Ben, at the time it was on Fossum, and it was on. Let me type it in here because I know the way I'm saying it, you guys might not. It's a free app called Fossum. I think it's spelled this way, or this way. Put it in the right there, Fossum. Put it up on the screen. It's a free app on Roku, at least. I don't know about other systems, but yeah, it was on there. And for a short while, it was on Tubi, but it's not on Tubi anymore. But let me go ahead and let me see how much time I have. Okay, I think I can get through these. So for VHS Beyond, we're going to give that 3.5 stars because it was pretty good. The next one I rewatched Blink twice. I think I might have already talked about Blink twice last month, but I rewatched it with my sister, so I'm going to skip that one and go to Party Monster, which is not a horror movie at all. It just was a very interesting movie that my sister had me watch because it's based on a true story, which I didn't know about these 2 guys that were like, they were big in the club kid scene in New York, and Macaulay Culkin was in it. And it does involve a murder, so it's kind of a thriller movie. But it's very of its time, like super. It takes place in the 90s, even though the movie was released in, I think, the early 2000s. But it takes place in the 90s, New York. And
I think it's so important to begin with a bang, don't you?
One day, I realized I didn't want to have to get up in the morning and go to work. I'm Michael Allen, king of the club kids. I want you to teach me how to be fabulous. Don't dream it, be it.
Oh, yeah,
So it should come as no surprise that I ended up in New York City.
Ryan,
I wanted to create my own world. One big party. You need me to promote this place.
We'll see.
You won't regret this.
You've gone too far with the drugs. They're the feds, and they're watching around the clock.
You're just paranoid.
Michael, where's my money?
Anything or anyone missing?
Angels.
You should just tell yourself that I'm getting away with murder and you're just jealous.
How do you support yourself?
He's a drug dealer. Don't you want to know how I got rid of the cop?
Okay, Mr. Psycho Killer. I'll play along. You're gonna have to pay for all this.
Because of me, people know who you are. I've decided to make you my first superstar.
and the way Macaulay is talking, that's because it's real guy is like. Like he's really studied how he spoke and everything, and that's pretty accurate to how he spoke. And he ended up going to prison for a few years. That one I'm definitely going to give 3.5 stars because it was out there. Oh, we get to talk about something really fun next. I hope you guys have seen it. I do 3.5 stars for that because this one actually made me turn the corner. Because I don't know if you saw my original review of the first in this series. I did not care for it too much. I liked the gore and the kills in it, but I did not care for. Oh, it's a Red Band trailer. I'm gonna play that one. But this one made me turn the corner. I actually really enjoyed Terrifier 3. I feel like Art finally hit his stride.
He survived the
The
most
writing
famous
is
serial killer since
way
Jack the
better
Ripper.
than the first one. And the gore is great.
5-year anniversary is coming up. I think a lot of people would really like to hear from you after all this time. Want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind of evil. What goes through your brain when it's close enough to you. You feel his breath.
A mixture of pieces and color.
I saw him today. Who? How can you be sure it was really him? I can feel it.
Who is this Santa? He's scaring my kid.
Yeah, he's scaring me too.
Hey, Santa's handing out presents!
Why would he come back here? Even if he was alive, which he isn't. Wouldn't you want to get as far away from here as possible, as far away from you?
How come the son on this? He looks like if the son of American Dad was real. That's what he looks like. Or he looks like a character on it.
Even if he was alive, which he isn't. Wouldn't you want to get as far?
Don't he look like the son of American Dad? He look like if he was real, that's what Steve would look like.
Far away from here as possible, as far away from you.
We both know this isn't over. I have to go back to the Terrifier.
It's still buried there, isn't it?
Might be the only thing that can stop them.
She's not over it though. She wasn't as offended as the Deliverance. That really. Art is art.
Looking forward to the best Christmas ever, filled with fun, smiles, and laughter.
The gore is everything I needed to see. The shoulder shake. Hold on, let me roll it back. I love that. I love the shoulder shake. What? Yeah, I'm enjoying Art now. Like he's coming to his own. I'm enjoying him. I'm gonna give that 4 stars. Because you gotta leave room for improvement. Terrifier 4, send him to space. I talked about this one on another stream, but I don't think I rated it. But I'm gonna talk about it again because I feel like not enough people are talking about it. My computer is slow. Here we go. I just did an update today, by the way, so it shouldn't be. Actually, I know what I did. I played the opening scene from this, and that video is still sitting in copyright purgatory. I disputed it because it's a reaction, but hopefully they'll release it. But Mr. Crockett, I feel like more people need to watch Mr. Crockett.
Son, check this out. I got something for you.
Welcome to Mr. Crockett's World! A friend like you is a friend like me. Whenever you're in trouble.
That song would be stuck in your
He's coming! He must be watching us. He's killing parents and taking more kids.
This one was also unexpectedly gory for a Hulu movie.
This is my house now. Taking breaths.
Mr. Crockett is like a cross between Freddy Krueger, Mr. Rogers, and Bill Cosby when he did Picture Pages. I saw the dude who played Art did the Joker, and he was awesome. Oh, I didn't see that. Mr. Crockett's on. Keisha, watch Mr. Crockett. That song is stuck in my head like Jimmy. Yeah, when you watch the movie, that Friend Like You song is stuck in your head. How long do you think they will keep the Terrifier series going? I hope they make more, but not fall into oversaturation with Art. I think he's got to do at least 7 movies. I feel like minimum 7 movies. I like that. And Reading Rainbow. That is LeVar Burton. How do you not know LeVar Burton? He was also Geordie LaForge on Star Trek. But Mr. Crockett, I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars because there were some issues with it. Nah, 3 stars because there were some issues with the story. I thought one of the kids did not deserve to get saved because he was a badass kid. Maybe it's a terrible thing for me to say, but that kid was bad. Like he just he needed to be taken by Mr. Crockett. The next one was a little bit, not a little bit. It was super boring for me. Some people might think differently. Yeah, the Picture Pages jingle, you're going to think of it because Mr. Crockett also has a special magical pen. And that's what made me think of Picture Pages. This little bite. Like the trailer makes it look like it's going to be exciting, but it was slow as molasses. Like, oh my God. It was like pulling teeth. Watching paint dry.
I think you must. Because you believe in me.
I love you, baby.
Love you too, Mom.
What's that?
Dinner bell. I bet you're a wonderful mother.
That's how they're playing.
Jesus, Mindy.
Oh, also,
you all right? You heard too, right? It's not just
Mom, what's wrong with you?
It turns out monsters are real. And there's one downstairs. You wouldn't believe some of the things that we see. What's that?
Let's get me the girl.
You won't have Alice. But if I find you something else to eat? Are you hungry?
And I forgot Chaz Boner was in it. Yeah, because this is produced by Sheriff.
You're underestimating me.
He did a good job. He was like, he wasn't in it for long, but
No need to be afraid.
he usually is. I can't say that he was ever in it too well acting. But the movie, you see how the trailer makes it look like it's going to be exciting. It's mostly her talking to this monster in the basement for long periods of time. I think like this is why we need to bring back horror anthology shows because this would have worked better as a 22-minute episode of a Tales from the Crypt type show rather than a full-length feature. I don't think there was enough story there for it to be full-length. So let me read that again. Wicked. Oh, wow. You hear the dolls had to be recalled because, yes, I heard about the Wicked dolls because of the website. Because Wicked.com, they had Wicked.com on the back of the dolls to go to the website. But unfortunately, Wicked.com is a adult site. I learned that with my niece some years ago when we were looking up. We were on the computer, and I said, "Oh, you want to look up?" And she said, "I'm going to look up Barbie," and she put in Barbie.com, not the doll's website. That is also an adult website. You have to put Barbie Maytel or MaytelBarbie.com. But yeah, Little Bites, you get 1 star from me because that was excruciating. 1.5. I'm gonna give it a half star for the creature effects. The creature looks cool. Welcome Home, Brother Charles is a movie that Jose Prendez told me to watch. And let me read to you the description. After wrongly doing time in prison for murder, a man seeks revenge on a racist law enforcement system and detectives who framed him. It's a little bit more than that. Let me see how much they show in the trailer for Welcome Home, Brother Charles. a long trailer. Let me do. Well, maybe it'll show kind of a long trailer, but we'll play it. It's in HD. Somebody remastered it. 1975.
This is the color of black, baby. It's a whole lot different than white.
I have to rewatch it.
I'm a devil. He's a goddamn devil, man. What kind of giant man? You let that devil sit all the goddamn lies on you. And tell all them goddamn lies, man. Oh, go to hell, you stupid mother. What the hell am I going to do with those? God, take him out.
Hey, baby. 10 and 3?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's
Why
the
you
same
gotta go
judge.
through all this? You know the going rate is 20 and 3.
Okay, 20 and 3.
Welcome home, Brother Charles.
You're doing time and kind of moving.
You done the man's time. Now you're gonna do ours.
Hey, baby, what's happening? Hey, man, you telling me the white man let the biggest dope pushing all of sunny side in California out on the streets again? Hey, baby, damn!
And I'll take it off.
Oh, baby, that's a deal.
Dirty, slimy bastard! That's why I meet a man the first chance I get.
Welcome home, Brother Charles. A motion picture about the way it is and the way some people think it should be.
That kind of hatred brings on mania.
It kind of wait. They said a motion picture about the way it is and the way some people think it should be. It's a motion picture about a guy who he gets falsely accused of some stuff, and a police officer tries but fails to give him a dickectomy, and so they do some experimental treatment on him. Either that or he was affected by radiation. It's very unclear. They made it super unclear as to whether he received a experimental treatment or he was affected by radiation or he was affected by radiation from the experimental treatment. Anyways, they repair his peen and it now has powers to hypnotize women. And also, I don't know, I can't show that scene on YouTube. But if y'all seen The Boys, there's a character on The Boys who has the ability to grow his peen and like choke people and stuff. They did that first here in 1975. I wish I could show that scene to you without getting clocked on YouTube. When I do my review, I'm going to have to edit the scene if I put it in there. But yeah, he has the ability to take people out with his.
Look, I didn't come here to be called a maniac, doctor. Now, man down there cuts my manhood off. Now, what am I supposed to do? Nothing?
Yeah, you heard that?
Now, man down there cuts my manhood off. Now, what am I supposed to do? Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to come downstairs.
Come down for a moment, dear, please.
What's the matter, honey?
Showing it. Put it on YouTube. Man with his thing. Yeah. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get caught with this. I did not know that it does not say Red Van trailer. Surprise, surprise, y'all got to see some tape right quick, but I'm gonna have to stop right there before I get clocked. Welcome home, Brother Charles. 3.5 stars. Just for the storyline. Let's see if I can get through a couple more. Yes, Daddy's Head. It was a little slow for me. Y'all gonna have to watch the rest of the Welcome Home, Brother Charles trailer yourself. I should have previewed that. Sorry. Now, Daddy's Head is about this little boy whose father passes away, and he thinks that he keeps seeing his father's head. That's basically it. Oh shoot, I meant to click on the other one. See how it jumped on me? There we go. Show that one. Professor Macabro says, "Death by Giant Dog. Don't want that written on your tombstone." Nope. But it was cathartic because he only like killed the people that tried to cut his dong off. So like, which is the utmost in police brutality. Some of
You
us,
need to
you
say
know,
goodbye.
trailer were already about that life.
He's not going to live.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Isaac has no next of kin.
What does that mean?
He will need someone.
I can't do this.
Give it time.
He's barely spoken to me since we got married.
It will come. Isaac,
Dad?
come to the
I think
forest.
the sound is kind
What are you looking at? Isaac.
Dad. He's in the forest, hiding in trees. His body's different.
What do you mean?
of. This is
Do
another
you think you could draw him for me?
It'll work better. 22 minutes.
You're obviously
Part
both
of,
struggling with the situation.
He
He needs love.
There's a knife missing.
We were playing.
Daddy's design is product and home.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
No, there is something wrong.
Yeah, the picture design. And wasn't the worst. I've seen way worse. The one was worse.
Everyone must know he's here.
Yeah, like I said, 30 minutes tops for that story. It didn't need to be that long. 1.5 stars only for originality. At half a star is for originality. Concept is original. I like that. I showed you guys last week the opening scene from The Shadow Strays, and that was if you recall the trailer. I'll just give you a description. Oh, I gotta pop up. Skilled in the art of killing, a young assassin defies her mentor to save a boy from a ruthless crime syndicate, and she'll destroy anyone in her path. That was the scene that I showed you guys with the Yakuza guys fighting. I want to call them ninjas. They kind of look like ninja-like people. But let me see if there's a trailer for The Shadow Strays with English subs. Because it was pretty good. Also on Netflix. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's meant to be part of a trilogy. But I could be. I feel like I heard that somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure.
Operator 13, Anda ditugaskan menunggu sampai pemberitahuan selanjutnya. Komitmen dan dedikasimu selalu kami hargai.
I think I showed you the opening scene because of how gory it is. But it's not just the opening scene, it's the whole movie.
Sebenarnya nama kakak siapa sih?
I want to say this is Indonesian horror or horror, sorry. Indonesian action. My mind turns to horror because it is horrific. Indonesian action
Kamu
films
terdistraksi.
show you the true like horror of what someone looks like if they got a limb broken.
Kamu mau
Like
anak
very
itu?
graphic.
Saya mau jasa kamu. Saya tahu kamu bukan perempuan sembarangan.
And this one lady similar to like you ever saw the Black Widow movie?
Their bodies
Her
all
and
over
some other ladies
Jakarta.
are pretty much like Black Widow. They've been childhood.
Ini semua kacau ini cuma karena satu bocah.
Kita datang untuk menetralisir, bukan untuk menolong atau bernegosiasi. Ini betul 13. Saya bukan cuma sebuah nomor.
That didn't even show you a tenth of how gory the movie is. I recommend it. That's all I'm going to say is I highly recommend it. 4 stars. I would put up there with The Night Comes for Us. If you've seen The Night Comes for Us, very similar to that. Trying to think of another movie it might be similar to. Maybe The Witch Part 1, Subversion. I really like that one. All right, 2 more, and then I'm going to get out of here, and we'll do the rest. Have to do the rest next week. We're gonna get into Blood March Raccoon because I've been waiting to talk about that one. I definitely got to do a review of it. I took notes on that one, and it's very, very New York because it takes place in the Bronx. See, there's a proper trailer. It also is gory. It's no budget gore, very, very no budget, but I enjoyed it. Let's go here to the Red Band trailer. Rewind it. And I should probably I need to figure out how to do watch-alongs and when to do them, because that's my biggest thing is scheduling, figuring out when. You guys write in the chat if you wanted to do a watch-along, what day of the week, what time would be the easiest time to do it. Oh, come on, computer. Is my internet? There we go. As you can see, top of the line.
What about the kids? Fuck the kids.
Some say that there's a monster loose up here in the Bronx, perhaps our own version of the legendary Chupacabra.
Fucking bitch. Look, you keep this
I
up,
don't
we're gonna have the whole
CGI
city.
blood, but I will allow.
I look like an asshole out there, you fucking bunch of greased.
Another mortar.
Yeah, there were these two raccoons, you know, they were just, wait. Two raccoons.
There's a monster raccoon going around killing people at Locust Point?
Not a monster raccoon. A fucking crackcoon. I think there's more than one.
That guy looks like he got a blowjob from a piranha.
I need these crackoons gone real quick.
What in God's name is that?
Hi, my name is Tommy. I want to introduce you to my best friend.
I don't think there's
Gonna make it hurt when I cut you down to size. Like an invisible wrecking ball, you won't ever see me coming. Light out me, and I will strike you where you stand. Yes, I will. Like some handsome pair of the city. Now there just ain't no sense in running. I'ma make it painful for you in the end. I was laughing at the same time. While you were praying, it was wasting all of your sweet breath. There ain't no forgiveness for you on the road ahead. Like an animalistic killer, I just never know when it.
Now, I was not feeling so good yesterday. I was actually on the edge of depression. That shit cheered me up. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's bad. I still enjoy it. 4 stars. I don't give a damn. 4 stars. Now, the thing that happened before, this will be my last topic before I get out of here, is that they made another Raccoon movie with more of a budget, and I don't know how to feel about that. It's just called Raccoon, and it's from 2024, and I didn't even spell it with a K. I don't love it. I saw it. It was okay, but it just doesn't. It doesn't have the same thing that original Blood March Raccoon had. Like, number one, they took it out of the Bronx. They're out in the woods somewhere, maybe in Virginia or something.
Oh, Diddy just got something a little extra special for you two tonight.
I did like this character. I liked the gay drug dealer and his boyfriend. They were the best 2 characters in the whole movie. Let me restart that. Fuzzy Monkey Films. And I don't know if anyone.
Oh, Diddy just got something a little extra special.
Come on, internet. I'm almost done.
For you two tonight.
What the fuck you talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about the latest thing to hit town. Acid mind drainage.
Come on, man, it's my turn.
What you're seeing is the effects of a designer so-called street drug.
Tonight is going to be the most epic night of our lives, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Daniel, it's over. What are we gonna do?
Be careful out there today.
Oh, well, it's not like anything major is going to happen. It never does.
I need you to give the sheriff a call. We got 2 dead bodies up here on the mountain.
I don't know. Maybe a bear or a mountain lion? I'm not sure.
I am telling you, it's a killer raccoon, okay? It's all fucked up on drugs and shit.
Can't be.
Okay, before was okay. It just doesn't have the same, for me, it does not have the same that the original had. It still was decent. I'm not going to say it was horrible. But it just didn't have the same that the original Blood March Raccoon had. Give it 2.5 stars. It just wasn't as entertaining. All right, let me see the time. Yeah, I got 20 minutes. Let me do one more. I'm gonna do one more, and then we'll go. This one is a classic. Oh, I did not erase the first word before I put the other one in there. And they better not remake this. I just don't want it. I don't want it. They got one in HD. I rewatched Chud. This was like me and my cousin's go-to movie to rent when we were kids. I don't know why we were so obsessed with Chud. Anybody else from Gen X, or I don't think millennials are old enough to remember this movie, but any other Gen X's were you obsessed with Chud the way we were obsessed with Chud?
Are living catacombs, an endless maze of subterranean tunnels, unfit for anything human, unauthorized for anything experimental.
And does anyone in the chat know what Chud stands for?
Down there. So, they're coming up. Chud. Chud, check your basement and your bathroom. Keep off the street and try to hide.
None of you know what Chud stands for? I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds.
But remember, the dark is their place. The night is their time. And tomorrow, the only things living in the city of New York will be Chud. Chud. Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers.
Y'all should know this.
They're not staying down there anymore.
That's a classic. I'm giving that 4 stars. I mean, they could possibly remake Chud, but I don't think they'll be as honest as what this movie was. Like this movie kind of felt like it would pair really well with They Live for the type of stuff it was talking about. I thought it was pretty cool. Although it was wrapped up in like silliness at the same time, I liked it. There's a rash of bizarre murders in New York City seems to point to a group of grotesquely deformed vagrants living in the sewers. A courageous policeman, a photojournalist, and his girlfriend, and a nutty bum who seems to know a lot about the creatures band together to try and determine what the creatures are and how to stop them. John Goodman is in this as a street beat cop for like 2 seconds. You might blink and you miss him. But I really enjoyed Chud. So I'm going to stop the screen and share my other screen because you guys are going to have to help me remember what movies I didn't go over. Let me present again and share my letterbox screen. So the ones that I got to come back and talk to you about are Smile 2, Meat Cleaver Massacre, The Laura Lee's Curse, Vacation of Terror 2, Mads, Trap, which I rewatched with my sister, Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice. But these two were very interesting. I think it's Vacaciones. De Terror and Vacaciones de Terror 2. But these two movies are very, very interesting. I can't wait to talk to you guys about it next week. But somebody remind me to start back up with Smile when I continue the part 2 of this. Don't they have like 2 names used? Yes, they do. What was the other one? There was another name for the Chuds besides the cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Other name for Chud. I can never remember the second one. Wiktionary. Let me see if the Wiktionary has it. It said something about like containment something. It was something more industrial, the other name. It's called etymology, no. I will have to look into that for next. Maybe this will say. No, it only says the first one, not the second one. In the movie, they do make a second. You know what? I might have it in my notes. Hold on, let me look. Because I did take notes on Chud. Because I was going to review it, also do a review. And I probably wrote it down. Chud. No match results. I could have sworn I took notes on Chud. But now I can't find my notes. So weird. Okay, we will come back to that next week. Paul Draw said, I watched Vacation to Terror. It was fun. Both of those are on Shudder, by the way. So I need to make a note to tell you guys what the second term for Chud is, but I've got to get out of here. It's 7:46. I got to get ready for Half Cheetah Will View. We will be live at 8 p.m. It's going to be kind of a short live because we both want to get off in time to watch Mike Tyson knock Jake Paul's block off. Fortunately, hopefully we'll get off before then. But with that, let me get out of here. Let me put this up here. And wish you guys a good weekend. Come back through to Have Cheetah Will Views channel. In 15 minutes, I'll be on there. All right. Bye.
Turn it down right